Hi Perth landlord and investors, Justine here at Centurion Real Estate. Thank you for joining, watching, listening and essentially investing in yourself onto how to become a better investor and a happy landlord. So one of the key aspects that I think is really important is also understanding as a landlord what tenants want and what's important to them. So I've actually got Heidi joining us. She's one of our tenants and also has been a landlord herself, so understands both parts, worn both hats. So Heidi, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
So Heidi, can you share a little bit with the viewers, when you were looking at finding that rental, what were some key aspects that were important to you in looking for various properties, and then essentially how did you choose the one that you ended up putting your application in on?
Yep. Look, I think obviously researched online a lot, but I guess the main thing was when I did find a property that I was interested in, having someone who was available to answer any questions that I had. Obviously when you're looking for a property, there's lots of things that are important to you. I've got a young family, so what schools are in the area, what the house is like and if it's suitable for a family or pet or anything like that. Yeah. And also flexibility with viewing times. I work, I've got a family, a lot of commitments, so that was a big factor as well in actually being able to view properties.
Yeah, I still sometimes see online home opens done at sort of 2 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon, and I sort of think, I don't quite understand who's going to make that. So many of our tenants that are looking now, like you say, are working, so I think it is really important to have that flexibility in after hour or weekend viewings.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing is a lot of home opens are for such a short period of time. So if you do have other commitments on weekends, or if there are a few properties that you want to view, it's actually very difficult to be able to get around and actually have a good look.
Yeah. And so once you applied for the property, how long did that process take? And just to explain to the viewers a little bit from putting your application in to signing the lease and actually essentially moving in, what were some key important aspects for you there?
Yeah, look, I actually contacted Centurion directly and actually asked for some advice about properties that you had available, and you guys suggested one. I was able to view the property outside of business hours, and then basically I was able to have access then again to measure, make sure everything would fit and the property was suitable, and the process was really fast. The turnaround time was I don't even think it was 2 weeks from the point of being able to view the property, put in my application. The process was very, very simple, signing the lease and having everything cleaned and ready to go and to move in.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. And so now you've been now on both sides of the fence, so you've been a tenant and a landlord. Through this journey of yours, what are some key realizations you've had in terms of understanding now what it's like being a tenant and how those aspects can benefit being a landlord?
I think one of the key things is no tenant wants to feel like they're living in somebody else's home. They want to feel like it's their own home. So if you've got a great relationship with your property manager, someone that knows you, knows your family, knows the property well, I think that's a huge part of it. And through that, you can easily resolve any issues with maintenance, talk about any queries or concerns, and just a great process for feeling settled in a home, and it makes you want to stay in the same place. It keeps your vacancies low.
Yeah. Because you're going to stay there longer, absolutely. And I remember part of showing you the property as well. So you're a director at SK Designs, which is an interior design company. And I know that one thing that's obviously important to you, because it's your job as well, is moving into a property and having that landlord just a little bit flexible in terms of you want to put pictures up, you're wanting to do bits and pieces to the house to make it, like you say, comfortable.
Absolutely. I think it's really, really important to be able to put your own personal touches on a home. Even when I'm working with my clients, I think one thing we're always doing is we're looking about how to put a bit of their personality into each area. And I think landlords who are flexible to do that, they provide a more comfortable environment for families and for people who are renting their spaces, and it makes them want to stay.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you so much for sharing. So I guess just to conclude, do you think, I guess, having a really good property management team helping you through that process has also, I guess, yeah, just helped in answering those questions and made that experience a little bit less stress-free for you as well as the tenant?
Look, absolutely. I think having a property management team where you're on a first name basis with people, they know you well, you can email them or contact them at any time and they're readily available. I think it goes a long way to making people feel really comfortable.
Yeah, that's great. Heidi, thank you so much for sharing. Guys, thank you for watching. Look, if you're a tenant and you're looking at trying to find a property in High Wycombe, Kalamunda, Midland, we service the Eastern Corridors, and the same if you're a landlord, happy to help. Thank you for watching.